what Melbourne continue to do year in and year out, and why I love them so much, is that players go down, other players step up.
Yeah.
And it's the players that step up in the key positions. Jerome Hughes copped a bit of a, like, he obviously got injured against you guys in the regular season, that he had to go. Harry Grant was suspended for a couple of games. They had Bronson Garlick in.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, these kids who are like, oh, Bronson Garlick, like, what a laugh. Come in and do a job and at times do it better than the starting hooker.
Yeah.
Was the starting half. Pezzo was unbelievable. And the way that Melbourne just continually grind out games, regardless of who's out, it's a sight to behold, because now in the prelim, they're going to get Jerome Hughes back.
Yeah.
You know, like, he's fighting to come back. Pappenhausen will be back as well from his concussion. I mean, like Nick Meaney, a couple of years ago, he's a laughing stock at the Dogs. He's now become an important part of this machine at Melbourne.
Yeah.
That he's now, no, I need you to go from centre to fullback. I need you to do a job. And he did a job. I won't say he did it amazing, but he did a job.
Yeah.
But it's enough. And that's what I love about Melbourne. And that's why I think they are such hot favourites to win the comp as well, is because even these young kids getting a taste and playing these big games, you know, in with the lack of experience they've got, mate, it's instrumental for them.
Yeah, I agree with you. And you called them a machine. I think that's what they've been for a long time, a well-oiled machine where they can bring guys from other teams, other organizations who just didn't look great, and they can slot them in and teach them a role and have them come in and do a good job and just complement everything else they got going on. And that's why that next man up mentality has been really big for them. Especially like if you look at the future, like we don't know how long Bellamy's going to be there, but like every year it could be here, he could be staying, he could be going somewhere else. Munster could be off to, you know, Perth. I mean, that's really possible. So like developing young guys while they have these stars is big.
Yeah.
But like they're getting a lot of opportunity to do so because unfortunately for them, their stars have been unavailable a bit more this year than normal. Like Hughes, like Pappenhausen's always had his injury concerns every year, but Hughes is usually pretty reliable. Munster's usually pretty reliable. Harry Grant's usually pretty reliable. They've always had hookers between Grant and Brandon Smith previously anyway.
Yeah.
So now it's a little bit different and they're still getting the job done, which is why it was surprising to see them give up 40 to the Roosters late in the season and then lose to us the way they did. But again, like if they do turn up on the day, they're hard to beat. Like I think before we beat them, then we had lost our last 15 or 16 regular season matchups against them.
Yep.
So I'm sure they're going to remember the fact that we put it on them late in the season in a big game. And like, if we do match up with them, like I'm not super duper confident that we can beat them. Like I know we can, but like the way Bellamy just finds a way to get the best out of his guys and game plan for specific big matchups, especially ones that he's had on certain teams for a long time. Like, yes, we beat them, but it doesn't happen very often. And early in the season, we got smashed by them. And that's when Cobbo got injured, Reynolds got injured, Mann got injured. Like, they decimated us, not just on the scoreboard, just all over the field. So, like, they have that ability, and, like, they're very good from in front. Like, yes, Penrith are one of those teams that can beat anyone, but, like, if you get down against Melbourne and they're having a game, it's hard to come back because they just know how to play field position footy. They know how to, like, protect the lead. And, like, you start getting real desperate against them and throwing the footy around, and, like, that's exactly where they want you to be. They want you to be behind, desperate. Now you're making a few more errors. You play right into their hands, and they haven't had that as much this season, to be fair. But if they do turn up on the day and start well, like, and they're front runners, they're hard to run down because of how well oiled they are. There are not many chinks in their armor. And like you talk about Nick Meaney coming in, he's been great for them, and he's just like another solid player they have on their roster who, before going to Melbourne, he was okay. Like, you look at Eli Katoa, like, he was never bad at the Warriors, but like, he's elite. He's one of the best second rowers in the game. Like, he's that guy that you really got to worry about, which now helps the playmakers because you can play out the back, you can play to him, and he's just that dominant enforcer on that edge, which, I mean, after losing so many of them in the last few years, they lost Tino, obviously, they lost Bromwich, like, when he was younger and in his prime. Nelson used to be one of those guys. Now they barely even use him. They're trying to get rid of him. Like, they got Stefano now as well. Like, they got some big boys who come in and they're just disciplined. But if you give them a chance, like, they're going to do some damage. So, Like, they've got some guys who, on their day, like, they're very hard to stop. But when they turn up defensively and they shut teams out, like, they're almost impossible to beat. Yeah. Like, obviously, if we're having a good game, Penrith having a good game, or maybe even the Raiders, like, possibly. But, like, I wouldn't bet against Melbourne.